So we are currently around 120 episodes into Pokemon Journeys, and by now we should feel some sort of attachment to Ash's Journeys team, and it's sad to say that I really don't. So today's video I'm going to be talking about the main problem with this team and if it is in fact his worst team in the anime so far. So let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So Ash's team from the start of Journeys always felt a bit weird to me. It took him the longest amount of episodes than any other series to catch his first Pokemon, being Dragonite in episode 10. He also used Mimey in episode 7, so we're at the time questioning if he was going to start bringing back his old Pokemon, or what the actual deal was going to be with his team in this series. However, after his Dragonite capture, things were looking up. Dragonite made a very good appearance just 4 episodes later in a raid battle in the ruins. However, it went down from here, only having brief appearances in the lab and then returning for major battles. The first major battle Dragonite got was against Karina, where it truly shows its power in battle, but after this it didn't come back in any important way until the Iris battle, which was over 40 episodes later. And this is the problem with this team. Dragonite has been used a lot better more recently, but that is mainly because the battles are coming at us thick and fast. We then have Gengar, which was such a promising and exciting capture, and it spent so much of this series either getting smacked around or just not doing anything. In the gap between the Karina battle and the Vulcan battle, which was over 50 episodes, Gengar literally did nothing, and then when it finally did come back against Vulcan, it lost again. I'm so glad they've used Gengar better recently since its training with Alistair and mastering the Gigantamax form. It's really become more prominent and honestly my favourite member of this team, but the damage was still done early on throughout Journeys. And then there's Lucario. Lucario has been built up as Ash's ace in Journeys. It's got the aura connection with Ash, and now it's got Mega Evolution. Early on in Journeys, this thing was battling everything. It got the bee battles, it got random trainer battles, and then it finally evolved in a very fitting battle against Rose in the Darkest Day arc. And then just like Gengar, it disappeared until the Vulcan battle. This gap between these battles caused huge problems for this team. And it's not even the fact that there was less frequent battles, it's the fact that Ash wasn't using these Pokemon in week to week episodes. Unlike Sun and Moon, where he would always have his Pokemon out, we just never saw these guys. Lucario has been pretty much the star of the show again since returning and training with Greninja, but I don't like how overpowered it's being portrayed. It shouldn't be able to one-shot everything. We then have SIRFETCH'D, and once again we have a sad state of affairs with this Pokemon. So much potential here gone. Absolutely love this Pokemon and what it brings to Ash's team, but we just don't see it enough. It has a great personality, but they haven't used it. It was used consistently in the early days, like the battles against Bee, and unlike some of the other Pokemon, it didn't disappear. It actually got some development during this middle section of Journeys, training with Wickstrom and defeating Rinto. However, after defeating Rinto, this is when it disappeared. No matter which Pokemon you are, at some point in Journeys you will disappear after a huge win. And this isn't even a one-time thing for SIRFETCH'D. It got an amazing win against Drasna, and I thought it was finally going to continue its development. But no, we haven't seen it since that battle 15 episodes ago, other than a small cameo appearance. It's too scattered and too messy. Finally we have DRACOVISH, and without a doubt this Pokemon is the biggest wasted potential on this team. It has literally done about 3 good things in the whole series, and it's such a shame because it's funny, it's got a great on-screen personality, the dopey way it does things just makes me laugh, and we have not got the most out of this Pokemon. It literally went from the Iris battle in episode 65 until the Drasna battle in episode 104 without doing anything. It did nothing, and it's such a shame. And then to make things worse, it comes back in the Steven battle and gets taken down so easily. I don't mind it being the fall guy in that battle specifically, but because it has such a lack of screen time, it makes things even worse. And I have to say, I don't care about this Pokemon, and it's not very often I feel like that about one of Ash's Pokemon. It's just not made any frequent mark on me, which is such a shame because it really could have been a great Pokemon. So that was every Pokemon, but now let's actually talk about what the actual issue is. As you've heard, each Pokemon has had huge periods of time where they haven't appeared. In some Pokemon's cases 50 or more episodes, which is ridiculous. That's nearly a whole year without doing anything of note. And it's not even the fact that they aren't battling regularly, it's just the on-screen antics, the character building, the development, the day-to-day life of being one of Ash's Pokemon. We see none of it. Following a slice of life series like Sun and Moon makes this team look even worse, as each and every one of his Sun and Moon Pokemon were fleshed out and well developed. I really can't say the same for this team. I think it is clear that there was never a plan with the story for Journeys. Some things seemed shoehorned in last minute, and some things just didn't really make sense. We went from frequent Pokemon World Championship battles to barely any, and then more recently to rushing things. We have also a whole other main character to deal with for the first time ever. We've had Go's goal of catching every Pokemon, which they gave a valiant effort, but it looks like that's not really going anywhere now either. So what have we wasted this series on? The series from the start has been unfocused, and you can still enjoy battles and episodes for what they are, but the one thing that has suffered the most from this is Ash's team. And it's such a shame because on paper this is one of the best teams Ash has ever had. So unique and cool with different regional Pokemon and Pokemon we've wanted him to get for years. But it just makes it so disappointing to see what they've done with them. So in my opinion, this is Ash's worst team of all time. In terms of development and writing, of course not in terms of strength, but at what cost are we giving Ash his strongest team ever? Because for years we've been told that Ash has bonds with his Pokemon as friends to get the best out of them. That was Ash's whole philosophy against Paul, but now he's just been given the strongest team with little to no training. You could argue it's all been off screen, but that's not how it should be. So a rare negative video from me today, but I felt I really needed to talk about this because this is my major issue with the series. I could forgive a lot of the other problems if this one was handled a bit better, but Ash and his team aspects are always some of the most important in the series, so this one has been very disappointing. But that's it for this video. Let me know how you feel about Ash's Journey's team treatment. Are you disappointed, or do you think they've actually been handled well? Thanks for watching, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.